Hey guys, welcome to IT Army. In the last couple of videos I was showing you how can you download a copy of Windows 10 from Microsoft website and how to prepare your installation media. It may be a DVD, it may be a flash drive. In this particular video I'm going to show you how to install Windows 10. I will be doing the installation on the desktop, but the method would be same even if you're installing on the laptop. And if you have not checked out those videos, go ahead and check out those videos and prepare your installation media and come back to this video. So I will be using flash drive for installation because it is comparatively much more faster as in comparison to installing from a DVD. So let's get started. Okay, so now we are ready to install Windows 10, and before we start the installation, just make sure you have taken the backup of all the content of your hard drive, because you are going to do the clean installation. Everything on the hard drive will be wiped off. And I have already inserted the flash drive, and now when I'm starting I'll be pressing F12 key so that you are provided with the boot options, and we want to start from the flash drive. And for you, key may be different, maybe escape or F1 or F2 or F8. Just look at the documentation or search online with your particular model of desktop or laptop what key you need to press to get the boot options. So I'll power on the machine and press F12. At the top right says that press F12 for quick boot menu. Okay, so now it's showing you the list of all the devices. So I have two hard drives plugged in over here. So it's showing the list of two hard drives. Then we have USB, DVD, and we have network boot also enabled. So that's why it's showing you network interface card on board. So I'm gonna go ahead with the third option that says USB storage device. And in case if you don't see the USB storage device, so maybe you have BIOS set up to UEFI and legacy ROM options have been disabled. So just ensure that you have not enabled UEFI. So you need to go to BIOS and boot sequence. And you can see over here you can permanently also change the boot sequence, in which sequence whenever you start up the machine it looks for the devices to boot up from. So by default you can see it starts up from the hard drives, and then it looks for USB, and then it looks for DVD. So in case if your boot list option is set to UEFI, in that particular case your flash drive must be either FAT32 or just change it to legacy so that you can boot up from the NTFS flash drive. So I'm not going to make any changes over here. I'll just say exit, and again I'll press F12. So keep on pressing F12 until you get the one-time boot menu. Okay, so now I'm gonna select USB and press enter key. Press enter key again to boot from the USB. Okay, so now I got the Windows setup dialog box from where it's asking you what language you want to install. I have only one language in this installation media, English US. And from here you can change the put time and currency format and keyboard method, although all these things you can change later also. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. From here I'm going to click on install now button. Now the setup is starting. Now I'm presented with this dialog box where it's asking for the product key. If you have the product key, you can type on over here. If you don't have, you can type on later on. Now in some cases, maybe you don't see this dialog box. The setup automatically takes the product key from your BIOS if you have there. So I'm gonna say I don't have product key. And now it's asking you which operating system, which edition of operating system you want to install. Now again, you might not see this dialog box. In case if you enter the product key, based on the product key it will automatically choose which edition product key that it was that you have used. So I'm gonna select with the Windows 10 Home. I'll be entering the product key later on, and click next. Now you get the license agreement. I'll agree with that and click next. Now it's asking whether you want to upgrade or you want to do the custom install. So I want to do the fresh installation, so I'll go ahead with the second option. Now here you can see showing the list of all the partitions available. I'm gonna delete all the partitions. So you can see that I have two hard drives. Drive 01 is one hard drive and this is second hard drive. So I have two hard drives available over here. So I'm gonna do the installation over here. I can directly click on next, or if you want to make some partitions of the hard drive, you can click on new. And then it's gonna ask you that how much size you want to give for the hard drive. So I want to allocate the entire hard drive for single partition and click apply. So it's going to create a system partition, so I'll agree with that, click on OK. Now you can see it has created around 550 MB partition, the system reserved partition, and this is the remaining partition that will be your C drive in your computer. So I'll select that and go ahead with the next option. Now the installation is started. It's going to take around 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be back once the installation is done. In the meanwhile, it will get restarted a couple of times. It will install all the drivers. So I'll be back once the installation is done and you are prompted with the out-of-box experience screen. Okay, so finally we get onto this screen. This is called as out-of-the-box experience technically, or UBI. And whenever you buy a new laptop, then also when you start, so whenever you power them on for the first time, you see this screen. So we're gonna set this up and then finally you're gonna see the desktop. So first thing is asking for the region. I'm gonna select the default option and click next. US keyboard is okay. I don't want to add any second layout for keyboard. Now over here I am connected to the network, the Ethernet cable, so it's going to download some updates. In case if you have a Wi-Fi adapter, it's going to ask you for the key for connecting to the wireless, and then you can connect to the internet. So now it's downloading the updates. It's going to take some time, and once it's done, I'll be continuing. Okay, so now it's asking for Microsoft account. I don't want to use my Microsoft account to log into the machine. So at the bottom left corner, you're going to see you have an option called offline account. I'm going to use that. I don't want to use Microsoft account. That's asking you for what is the name of the account that you want to use. So you can enter your name. I'm going to enter admin. Next. That's asking for the password. You can skip it blank, or if you enter the password, then next it's going to ask you 3 security questions. So I'm going to leave it blank for now. Next. That's asking whether you want to activate your personal assistant Cortana. So I'll go ahead with yes. And these are some privacy settings. You can change them here, or later also you can modify them. So I'll go ahead with the default options. Okay, so finally you get this desktop, and you can leave it as of now. It will download the updates and your machine will be ready. Hope you liked this video and you found this video useful. If you have any questions or comments, please post in the comment section below, and see you in next video.